First, you said you're in a relationship,
Hmm.
and how long have you been in a relationship?
We've been in a relationship for a little over a year.
And he did something,
Hmm.
and what? And he apologized.
He did apologize after the fact, but during the conversation, during the argument,
Okay.
it got a bit heated. I said a few things. I got a little bit out of character.
Who? Okay.
Um,
Okay. But bottom line, there was a disagreement.
yes,
He apologized,
he
and
apologized.
you're having a hard time getting past it.
Yes.
Well, I gotta ask, man. A little background. Have you ever been married?
No, I haven't.
Any children?
I do. I do have a 2-year old. I started late.
How old are you again?
I'm 42. I got pregnant when I was 39.
Hold on.
First baby,
Where's my slap
first
sound?
pregnancy.
And are you in is this the child's father you with?
No, it's not. Mm-mm.
Does he want the same relationship outcomes that you want?
The man I'm with now?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Well, ma'am,
She is.
I just think you need to understand how fortunate you even are that at 40, in your mid 40s, you got a man who's even willing to deal with you and a 2 year old. I'm gonna just come straight down the pipe. You 42, 44, 42, 44,
I'm 42.
42 with a 2 year old. And you had an
Yes.
argument with somebody who ain't your toddler's father.
Yes.
And I'm sure you got a mouth on you.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Ma'am,
I've come a
you
long
don't,
way.
ma'am, I'm sure you
Can
got
I
a
say
mouth on
that?
you. Ma'am, you
Mm-hmm.
asked for advice, right?
Yes.
I'm sure you got a mouth on you at 42. Is that accurate or inaccurate?
Um, it might be a bit accurate.
All right, then. So why would you say don't say that?
Because I think it's offensive.
Your mouth is offensive.
And I'm working on that.
I
I'm
don't
not
care if you're working
totally
on it. See
agreeing with you.
what I just showed you, ma'am, is a statement of fact is offensive to you.
Hmm.
Who
It
are
was
you to
it
be
was
getting? Oh no, no, no. Who are you to be getting an attitude with anybody with a 2 year old? You're lucky that a man is even going to deal with you. And this is what we need to start telling women. Y'all got a lot of goddamn nerve to have an attitude when you 42 with a toddler and you know you got a mouth and you can't get past it. Well, by the time your child is 18, you'll be 60.
hmm
Why aren't you with the child's father?
um
That mouth?
no, no. He would much rather be doing other things.
Okay, let's reel it back in. I don't understand why you ladies get so offended at the truth that you know.
Because I don't want to breathe life to it. That's all.
That is
I
bull.
see what you're saying,
That
and
is
I
bull.
truly agree with you.
That is bullshit. This is part of the problem with modern women. You won't acknowledge your faults. And you guys have come up with this new age BS. Well, I don't want to breathe life into it. I want to bring light, focus, magnify it so you can see it, understand how it affects somebody else. You guys act like if I don't see it or talk about it, it won't go anywhere. He's dealing with it, just like you deal with his stuff, right?
Hmm.
But let's be honest here. He doesn't have a, does he have a kid?
He has two older children.
How much older?
They are a lot older, actually, 20 and 18.
You are out of your French toast mind, man. This man, even the fact that he's dealing with you and a toddler, you should be on your knees thanking God every day.
And who's to say I'm not?
Because
Who's to
you
say
said you
I'm
got a
not?
problem getting past it. And you got a problem getting past it. Let's get into this. You want, did he cheat on you? Or, I mean, what was the nature of the argument?
Um,
Just the nature. You don't have to get into the specifics.
the nature of the argument. It was more so, hey, he asked me a question about some things that he wanted me to be really transparent about. And
Okay.
when I began to talk about it. I had some reservations and I held back, and he was upset about that.
Was it stuff that he needed to know for his own protection?
I wouldn't say it was to that extent, but I think he felt like I wasn't comfortable enough. And
Okay. So he asked you to be transparent about some stuff that you weren't comfortable necessarily revealing.
Mhm.
And you started talking about it, but you withheld some stuff.
Yes.
And he could sense that you were withholding stuff, or you admitted that you withheld stuff.
He sensed it, and then I admitted it.
All right. And then how did you guys get into an argument?
Because I wouldn't say immediately, but like I said, I sensed that he was upset, and then there was the attitude. Like,
you got an attitude.
And that's, I guess, it
hold
kind of like
on. You got an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked you something to be transparent about something.
Mm-hmm.
You said it wasn't necessarily need to know, but he asked you. Right?
Right.
Now, you ladies often say you want a man who's honest. And if we flip this script and you asked a man to be honest and he came at you with a halfway story and half truth, and then you sense that he's being halfway truthful, which is deceptive, and you feel some kind of way, and if he attacked you with an attitude, what would we call him? What do we call that man?
What do we call him, Kevin?
What would we call him, ma'am?
A liar, someone who's not being trustworthy.
He asked you to be honest with something, and you were deceptive.
I wasn't being deceptive.
You were not being. No, see, this is another thing.
The conversation kind of threw me off.
Did you tell what?
The conversation kind of threw me off. That's where I wasn't expecting it.
Okay, and did you tell him I'm not comfortable sharing this?
Yes.
Or did you? Okay, all right, but yes. Then hold on. But ma'am, you're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He asked you something. You have the choice to either disclose or not disclose. But a partial disclosure is a partial lie. It's a lie of omission.
Okay.
See how slick and loose you guys play with it when you guys are the ones. That's why I was saying in the beginning, y'all can't even apologize. He asked you something that you weren't comfortable with sharing. So you just shared, and he could sense that you weren't being upfront. And he asked you about it, then you admitted it. And then you got an attitude because he could sense that you were lying. And you have a problem getting over this?
A 42-year-old woman with a 2-year-old. Handled it.
This is why y'all are nuts.
No.
Ma'am, I need you to listen. You are lucky that you have a man. I don't know if y'all really understand this. You got a 2-year-old. Your baby daddy don't want to deal with you.
You don't say that. I'm not gonna let you do me like that because I know I'm a good person and I know that there's some things.
Wait a French toast minute.
That's
don't tell me what not. Don't you do that?
Kevin.
No. Hell no. Don't talk. No. Hell no. Oh, I'm not your man. I'm not gonna let me do you like what? You're the one that laid up and had a baby with a dude that didn't want to be with you. Don't get mad at me because I acknowledge it. Your old ass. I mean, seriously, and I'm mirroring back what you give, ma'am. You're not gonna let me do what? Acknowledge the fact that you had a baby at 40 with a guy who didn't want to marry you. Then why'd you have his baby?
Because I wanted to.
Right, but does he want to be with you?
That's neither here nor there.
No, ma'am, you said you're not going to let me do anything. You said you're not going to let me do something. Does your child's father want to be with you?
And I don't want to be with him.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked.
Mutual.
See, that's my point. See, people, this is modern women. And this is a woman who's involved with somebody who she lied to when he sensed that she was lying and she got an attitude. This all started when I said she had a mouth on her. And remember, this is a 42-year-old woman with a 2-year-old.
You think the word lie and
liar, deception, intent to deceive, defraud. That's what you did when you don't tell the whole truth. You should have just said, I won't talk about it. And look at this. This smug ass, like, now remember, she mad at him. She can't get past it. Bro, if you see this, let her be with her baby. You don't need this. You don't need a woman who thinks she's doing you a favor by giving you half a truth. When y'all always talk about y'all want a man to be honest.